In today's video, we are talking about the pound GBP USD as it bounces from support. Also, my target that I mentioned in the last video from the 130.50 area. We're also going to discuss the DXY. So you can see here on the pound, guys, the most recent video I made, I was talking about this right here, where we got the breakdown below this. We got the retest up here as resistance and the move down here towards support. So 129 was my target. And you can see that if we look here at the lows, 129.09 or so was the recent low. So spot on, right? Right to our target, and we got the bounce. Now, why was this my target? First of all, it is a key horizontal, but also you can see back here, this candle right here, this was an imbalance. We saw no retracement into this candle before the market took off and broke out. So once we got the break below 130.50, that right there opened up this area down here. So we got the target, hit perfectly here for the pound. Where is this market likely to go next? Well, knowing that the DXY is pulling into or pushing into, I should say, the resistance area around 104 to 104.50 that we've talked about, and the pound is coming off of this high right back here. You can see a little pivot through here, and this is now support. So really, we have a range right now for the pound between 129 all the way up to about 130.50. And this is especially clear when you look at something like the US dollar index, which, by the way, guys, before we get too far into this, if you do want to join a trustworthy broker where you can trade Forex, crypto, commodities, indices, and also get VIP access for free, what you need to do is click on the link at the top of this video and sign up with Blueberry Markets, deposit $1,000 or more, and I will give you lifetime access to our VIP group. And also for a limited time, they are giving you a 30% deposit bonus. So if you deposit $1,000, they are going to give you $300 on top of that. All right, so check out the link in the description of this video. If you're on the website, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the website and click on that link that says broker. So looking at the DXY, this area up here between 104 to 104.50, this is what we've talked about here for the past few weeks, following the reclaim down here at 102.60. So following this candle right here, following this reclaim, all right, this was the bottom of that channel that we've talked about now for really a couple of months. And you can see where we got the reclaim through here. So this was bullish. The first target was up here at these highs. Second target was up here between 104 and 104.50. So this red box through here, guys, is what I've been targeting now for the past couple of weeks. And again, you can see where the market came right into this area. And if you saw the weekly forecast, in fact, what I said there was that if you are going to look for shorts here, in my opinion, it is better to do it at the upper area of this range versus the lower one, simply because, again, this is a range, guys. This was not an exact level. This is a range. So I did think we were likely to come up here toward about 104.50 or so before we got the reversal, which is exactly what we got. So based on today's candle, it does kind of look like we are going to see the US dollar pull back here a little bit and catch its breath, which, it has to do at some point. I mean, this has been an incredible rally. You can see even back here, I mean, rallies like this back here, which were also incredibly aggressive, you can see where we still get pullbacks here from the DXY, right? So it's not immune to pullbacks. I mean, this right here is the area that we've been watching now for the past few weeks, as I said. And so a pullback from here is likely. Now, how far do we go? That depends obviously on the market, but one area we can watch here is the area just above 103. So these highs right back here. And if you'll notice here, what's really interesting about this is that on the way up, okay, following the 102.60 reclaim, all right, so this candle right back here on the reclaim, we had resistance up here. The market paused for about 24 hours through here. We got the breakout. So this was the breakout candle. Notice how these lows did not fully retest this area. We never got a full retest down here of these previous highs. All right, so we got a retest of, this wick up here. But oftentimes when you see areas like this, the market will tend to pull back into that consolidation. So in my opinion, if we are going to get a dollar pullback, the most likely area to watch for a continuation of this uptrend, of this reclaim that we saw, is going to be down here in this area. All right, sweep these recent lows around 103.40 or so, come down here into, the 103 to 103.20 area before we get a bounce back toward 104. Okay, so something like this, in my opinion, does make a lot of sense. Again, come down here into this consolidation, retest this as a new support, sweep this low through here, get a move into this imbalance from this candle, from that breakout candle, and then head higher back here toward 104 to 104.50. So like I've said, too, over the past couple weeks, guys, I could be wrong about this, but given this reclaim at 102.60, I would not be looking for something like this from the dollar. Okay, because this right here, the fact that the market is trading back above this area is, in my opinion, significant for the US dollar in the sense that this is likely to trigger an extended move higher over the coming weeks. But again, we are likely to see this market pull back from the area between 104 and 104.50. So if we look here at the pound, what could that mean for this market? And, obviously it all depends on how the pound reacts to that compared to things like the euro, etc. But if we are going to get the DXY pulling back considerably into the 103 to 103.20 area, then that could equal a sweep of some of these highs up here. Okay, so we could get something where we get the move up here, test resistance, little pullback, and then come up here, sweep the highs, and then lower. Okay, so I think this is going to be more of a wait and see. Now, again, the trade from 130.50 down toward 129 was really nice, but you don't want to go and screw that up with trying to long this or trying to short it too early. This is one to just kind of let play out. But I really think, though, if you are trading the euro and the pound, guys, the DXY is the market to watch because this is such a clean chart right now in terms of 104 to 104.50 resistance and support down here around 103 to 103.20. This is much cleaner than anything we are seeing on the pound. Okay, the euro is a little bit cleaner, but on the pound, I think that the DXY is the market to watch. All right, now one last thing I'll say about this, guys, before I go, is this right here on the weekly. We talked about this before, but ever since April, what you can see here is that the market never closed below the weekly closing prices on the way up, right? We got a retest back here, never closed below until this candle. So this right here, okay, this candle was the breakdown of 132. Now, another thing to consider is that notice this weekly candle, okay? If the pound can really outpace things like the euro for the next week or two, and we do get a relief rally here from this market, all right, what we could see is a move back here into this candle around 132 to retest this area. In my opinion, that would be the ideal area to look for shorts, okay? So, yes, it would take a reclaim of 130.50, but this area up here is what I'm referring to. All right, so off of this high back here, you can see we've got some lows through there as well, but this would be the region, ideal region to look for shorts here. All right, you've got highs back here and you've got lows through here. All right, now again, I don't know if the market's going to get this high. If the DXY only pulls back to, let's say, 103, 103.20, I don't know if the pound can get this high, but again, in my opinion, this would be the ideal area to look, fill in imbalances like this one back here, same thing on the weekly, and then get that rotation lower here from this market. Of course, alternatively, we see something more shallow and the rejection from 130, and the same thing with the DXY, something more shallow, down here into this recent consolidation, and then we bounce from here and head higher, okay? So all things to consider, guys, but again, right now we are looking at a potential pullback here from the USD following that retest of resistance and a bounce for pairs like the pound and also the euro, which, by the way, I've talked about that area on the euro, guys, around 108, between 107.60 and 108, and we are seeing a considerable bounce from that area today. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell for notifications. Don't forget to join us in VIP. Claim 90% off lifetime access. See the link in the description of this video, or if you're on the website, click on that Join VIP link. Trade well out there, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.